For my diversity project, I chose to spend time with my floor mate, Allie Tobin. Although we may not appear to have very many differences from our outward appearance, we are very culturally diverse from one another. I grew up in small-town Beatrice, Nebraska, while Allie grew up in the big city of Chicago, Illinois. Throughout the week, Allie and I spent time together talking about her upbringing and culture in Chicago, while I shared about my life growing up in Nebraska. We studied together, I visited her at her place of work, we worked out, and we spent an evening watching movies. A major cultural difference between Allie and I is the way that she interacts with people. She was shocked when she came here and people would wave at her on the street or stop and say hi. Back in Chicago, people do not oftentimes see each other on the street due to the large population. Also, she said that generally she would not acknowledge people that she did not know very well when they crossed paths accidentally. When I asked her how Nebraska was different than Chicago, the first thing that she discussed was the warm and welcoming culture of Lincoln compared to the more hostile environment of Chicago. Here she explained how people make an effort to make others feel more comfortable and happy. This difference leads to a change in the way in which daily conversations were addressed. While spending time with Allie, I not only learned about what made us different, but also how we were the same. We both have same things in common, like our love of Ryan Gosling, and our ability to laugh at ourselves. Interacting with people culturally different than myself will help me out as a future educator be more accepting of parents, students, and coworkers who are culturally different than myself. In my job, I will be interacting with people who may act or behave differently than I do. Because of my experience with culturally different individuals such as Allie, I will be able to understand better how people act the way they act. I can embrace their differences and uniqueness instead of being judgmental and ignorant of who they are. After all, we are all different in our own unique ways. The sooner we learn to accept different people, the better educators we can become.